Hello, and welcome to Final Fantasy XIV, at least the demo. This is going to be less of a Let's Play video and more of a kind of focus on what exactly I've experienced in my first 3 hours or so of playing the demo of Final Fantasy XIV. And for those of you who don't know, this is the MMO that came out that's gotten a lot of popularity among some people. So, to first start off, the download didn't really go that smoothly. Every like 20 minutes or so, the download crashed, and I don't know if that's just a me problem, but everyone should probably know that at least happens sometimes. It crashed, but it allowed me to restart from where I left off on the download. This is just the current starting city. I'm going to run around for a little bit just to show around. This is for at least my class. So, the character creation in this game, as you can see from my character, I made this guy and he looks fairly different from the base character that you got. You can customize a lot of stuff about the face and the hair, eye color, and it actually has like a lot of different colors for everything. And things like the size of the nose and all this stuff is very customizable. The only things you can customize a lot with the body is how basically tall they are. And that's actually pretty much it for that like bit of it. There's not much else customization-wise, but it's got more than WoW does, so that's at least good. Comparing it to like its best competition. This MMO features a few cutscenes here and there. Upon loading in, you get this quite actually beautiful cutscene of explaining everything that's happened across the entire world and stuff of that nature. It's quite actually interesting to see, and there's a bunch of voice acting. It's very nice. It's actually very engaging at the very start. But past that, it actually gets kind of quite slow. In my experience, the first 2 hours or so that I've had playing this game, I did not find a single enemy to fight. I just spent my time running around here, and if I look through the map over here, there's also this entire other humongous area. So like, this is where I am here, and I started. I did some stuff here, and then I had to go through all this other place, and walk around like to every corner of this place to talk to everybody for them to teach me how to play the game. So that was kind of like tedious to do. Especially since I didn't want to entirely read through it. We have, over here, are these probably one of the coolest ideas they have in this game to help with players. These are aetheryte crystals, and if you click on these, they can pretty much tell you you can go to aetheryte, and these are located like all over the town. So you can go here to the Archers Guild, just teleport over here, and there's a crystal next to the Archers Guild if you wanted to go there, that you'll just teleport to. So we just traveled from here to here, instead of having to walk all this way. As long as you attune the crystal the first time you see it, and it takes like 5 seconds, it'll take you there whenever you want, as long as you're near another crystal. The problem is, like, attuning takes like 5 whole seconds to do, like I said before, and you have to and all over this town there's like a ton of them. So if you look, there's one here, just all over the place. So that could be a little bit annoying, but I guess in towns there's just a lot of those at the same time. They don't seem to be much outside the world. So let's head back, and I'll explain combat. Well, on the way we'll explain combat, but go to the plaza. So the combat's very much normal MMO style. You click on an enemy with right or left click, and you target the enemy. And then your character will go into his battle stance. If you get closer enough in the range, they'll start attacking it with an auto attack. And you press 1, 2, 3, however many hotkeys you have in order to do that. We'll get a sprint. This is a sprint. You just can do it whenever. But basically, you just press 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever you want to do to attack an enemy, and then it'll do the move. This game actually has like a 1 second global cooldown on abilities, so you have to wait in between every ability, which I believe kind of slows it down a little bit. But it's part of the gameplay, and it's just, I don't know, it could get better later. So we can see this ground squirrel. We walk up to him, and our character will naturally auto attack him every once in a while. But also we can press 1 to hit him, and my 2 ability actually does double damage if I've used my first one first. So if I use True Thrust and then Vorpal Thrust, the second attack does double damage. We also have this slow one, but it does less damage than the usual attack, so there's no reason for me to use that. And like a cooldown style parry thing, that I assume is like parrying in WoW. It just increases your chance to parry, which would basically deflect all damage from an attack by 40%. All right, so going from combat, there's also a lot of quests in this. There's a few quests actually, not as many as you would expect in an MMO, so far at least. So you have just quests you can go to in these towns, and there's people all over the place that will give you quests. And you follow the quest logs from here, and they tell you what to do. And on the map, you can see there's little orange bars that'll tell you where to go. And over on the map, other maps, it'll tell you, like, this is where you gotta turn in a quest if you gotta go there. But I haven't been to that area yet, so I won't see it. So this is like a normal quest hub that you would find. These 3 people would give you a lot of quests. But the problem that I have is that this game has what I think of as WoW quest syndrome, is that the opening cutscene was really engaging and cool because it had like voice acting and animations and stuff. But when you talk to these people, and you really like, it'll sometimes go into a cutscene and sometimes it'll just be a normal talk, like they'll just say something to you, like if you talk to this lady, she'll just say that. But other times it'll go to like a little cutscene where you see her talking. And when it goes like that, I just don't care as a consumer about what is being said. I just want to like continue on. Because in a normal RPG, you wouldn't really like care that much, or you would care a lot. I should say you'd care a lot about what everyone's saying because it's all important to you and it's all like thought out. But in an MMO like this, it's kind of a little bit less thought out, and it feels less, I don't know, interesting for what's going on in the quest. Another mechanic for this is if you kill something repeatedly. So we just go over to wherever this is. So we get these guys. So if we just, I think these are within level to do this. There's a mechanic called chain experience. If we kill this guy and then immediately go kill another mob, we'll gain bonus experience for killing them again, basically. So let's see if after killing this guy, it'll like give me the chain experience. Basically, my class right now is just press 1 and then press 2, but I assume that gets better later. So now we should have chain experience? I don't know. Either way, after you kill something, you get like a small, like 10% bonus experience the next thing you kill. I believe that it's your level, and you can use that to keep like, if you're like able to take everything on, you can just keep doing just all this, like just fight over and over again the same exact thing and like get super experience. Because every time you kill something, the chain's experience's timer increases, so you can like chain it for longer. We can just finish off this guy and we'll move on. But yeah, it's just press 1 and then press 2. That's the Lancer class for right now. So there's also something that got me in this game at the start that's very, I wouldn't say off-putting, but just confusing for a starting player, is there are a lot of menus. Like these are all menus. There's actions and traits and character and inventory and then armor inventory, which is a completely different thing. That was so confusing at the start. It's bound to Control I, which is very hard to reach with one hand. And there's just like, there's hunting logs and just all these things I haven't even unlocked yet. There's so many menus. There's just a full list of emotes, and the emotes are just gigantic. And there's even more, just so many. It's kind of confusing to start off with. I assume a player that really gets into it for longer will enjoy having that many options and menus of things of that sort. But as a new player, sifting through all this and finding all the hotkeys for all these things can take away a good like hour of your experience to start with, of just doing that. Which, you know, is kind of probably a sickness of the genre rather than just the game. So, one of the things in the menus I wanted to explain was the hunting log. Basically, after you do like the first quest for your class, you get a hunting log and it basically tells you to just kill 3 of like everything in the area, and this is completely optional. And if you go and kill like like the hoglet, wherever those are, I don't even know. But if you just kill 3 of those, it'll be like, oh, you killed that, so you get a bonus like experience boost. And that's actually a pretty big boost for a lot of the stuff here. So there's probably nothing in this area that I could really kill to get a hunting log, but I think you get the idea. You just kill 3 of each thing, you get bonus experience for doing it. It gives you a little bit more to do alongside the quests, which may be supplementing them, but they don't take a lot of time to complete, at least to start with. And I assume after you complete rank 1, you go to rank 2. Or you achieve level 10. And there's like, apparently one for every single class, so I assume completing all the logs would take a long time. Speaking of classes, each class I believe upgrades into like a different job. And jobs, basically you just become a new class, I believe. Which is just better. I think you can choose jobs from other classes, and they affect you in more standard ways, but this is more about like the very first start, where you're just this tiny little starting adventure with a weird dress that they gave me, but it's actually better than everything else I have. Something interesting about this game that's actually cool is that your one character, you can just have that one character. So what that means is these are all the different classes in the game and the different professions and everything like that, and you can just be all of these on one guy. Like if you just spend your time playing the game, you can be every single thing in the game on one character and not have to switch between. If you have like a blacksmithing dude on one character and an alchemist on another, you need the blacksmith needs the alchemist stuff, and the alchemist needs the blacksmith stuff. You can just beat all that stuff into one dude. And I think that's really cool if you're willing to commit a lot of time into the game. Which is actually it's nice. It's the focus of the MMO. It's just it gives you a lot of things to strive towards. So if maybe you've reached max level Lancer or whatever, you don't have anything to do, you can become an archer and max that out. And you can become a carpenter and like do like crafting sorts of things. And you can switch between these, I believe, at will, so that's really just nice to see that you don't have to like go through all the busy work of switching through a character if you want to have an alt. And I believe that if you level up a character to maximum and then go through all the other ones, they actually level up faster. And so that's there's also one thing I forgot to mention, is these things. These are fates. So fates happen... Oh, this one's at 2 minutes left. I hope I can make it there. I'll have to sprint. So fates are random... Not random events, but they're set events that spawn at random times that will give you limited quests within a certain time frame. And if you complete the quest, it gives you a bonus. We won't be able to complete it because we won't get there really in time, but we'll at least be able to show it off, I believe. So you just go into an area, and there will be a small explanation of what's going on. And it will... It'll be like, just kill these mobs that spawn that have a special token over their head, and if you kill enough of them, you'll like complete the fate, and you'll get like some bonus things. Which is a cool idea, even if it was already done in Guild Wars, which is like the whole theme of their game, was those things. It was like the thing that was most hyped about. So we're almost here. This is supposed to be at level 9, so we gotta kill these hoglets. The hoglets. Yeah, hoglets. I believe. Oh, we haven't even entered the fate yet. So, a charging hoglet. Let's just take this guy out. Oh, there's a lot of dudes, though. We're gonna have to do this. We got 2 minutes left, so I really don't think we're gonna complete this quest. We may even die. Oh, there's also area things that show when enemies are about to do big attacks in an area, and you can use that to dodge them. It's like a mechanic that it was implemented in WildStar, for example. And you see, I just killed that one dude, and he got this little 10%. So we're not really gonna complete this fate, but I'm gonna at least show you about it. So you just go on and kill whatever the fate tells you to do, and then you collect your reward if you complete it in time. And everyone can help out with this. There's no like limit to it. So like 40 people could come and join me right now and just kill all these things, and we would all get the reward for it. And geez, these are really big for level 8 dudes though, or level 7. They're really big mobs. That's kind of impressive in a way. I'm just gonna kill this last guy, because I'm gonna stop killing them after this, because I got no way that I'm gonna, like, complete all of these guys, like, complete this fate. So I'll just leave it here and conclude. And after this guy dies. There he goes. So, there's also auto-looting, I believe, like, you don't actually need to pick anything up, it'll just go into your inventory if there is something. So, I got Beastkin blood from that, apparently. Well, I'll conclude anyway. So, the game itself... If you're a type of person that would play a game for the first 3 hours to see if it was good, and if it grabbed you, this game will probably not grab you. Like you'll see it for a little bit, and you won't get out of the like questings. You won't get out of like the initial questing experience, and you'll just drop the game, and that will be the end of your free trial experience. But if you're someone that can see greater into things, not talking bad to the other type of person, but if you're someone that looks farther into these MMOs and really want and you know that the experience is going to get better later, then this seems like it has the materials in place with all these different quests and things to do, and just so many different things that'll lead you to what you want to do, and give you options and things. And there's also achievements. I can't find that button, so that'll take forever. But if you're that person that is looking for like one of these games to have a really big experience on, I think Final Fantasy XIV has a lot of potential to be that. A lot of people already like it and play at max level. There's raids and dungeons, just like everything else. It does have the holy trinity of a tank, healer, DPS, but that's kind of hard to break out of in a game. Like Guild Wars didn't even do it all that right. And this game does have just potential for endgame, and I think I'm looking forward to seeing where else it goes. Speaking just for the terms of the free trial, it's been kind of okay so far. I'm starting to get into the real game, and I'm starting to have a bit more fun with it. And the most fun has been when Fates just showed up and I did those. Mostly just because there wasn't any questing, like boring quest text, but like in between, and I could just go there, do a thing, and get a reward. And that was nice to get. So, I believe that's everything I wanted to say about Final Fantasy XIV for now. There might be an update video in a couple weeks or anything. Oh, also the price tag, not that big, like $20 for the initial game, get a free month, and then $12 a month subscription, so it's actually, on its subscription-based competition, it's actually got a leg up now. So, that's Final Fantasy XIV for now. There might be an update video later. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.